Yeah, it's Kenny the fairy. So, what the big deal? Jenny was saying when the gaze of the tall, blonde male fairy in the middle of the new group of laughing girl fairies lighted on Summer and smiling. He hurried over to their table. Hey, Summer, you're back. Hi again, Summer said, managing to stiffly return his hug. Yeah, that's me, back for a week. And she blushed an even hotter shade of pink. Come on, Kenny Benny. You promised to buy us mushroom, pizza, and those fizzy blue hypnotic drinks. Pouted a pair of identical twin silver haired, gold wigged fairies. Gold winged fairies. Kenny gave Summer an apologetic smile. Sorry, got to go. I'll call you later, okay? Is your mom still the same? Yeah, the same, still. Summer tried to smile, but her face ended up looking more like an enthusiastic grimace. Oh, no, no, no. This is so damn sad. You have a crush on Fairy Kenny? Jenny said when they were alone again. Shh! Summer hushed her. He might hear you. Oh, please. He's too busy with the Slot sisters and their trampy friends. Hang on. Jenny turned, faced the counter, and nailed the giggling pink waitress with her stern gaze. Her voice carried easily across the bar, slicing through the chattering fairies like a samba through a butterfly-infested flower garden. Esmeralda, we need another round of martinis and a veggie pizza. Now, and do not make me repeat myself. The waitress gulped, nodded, and scampered off to place their order. Jenny briskly brushed her hands against one another, as if pleased at a job well done. Then she sat back in the booth, turning her full attention on Summer. Okay, give. Why did you turn into the incredible cardboard woman the instant Benny spoke to you? I like him, Summer whispered, unending her martini and patting on the stem as she tried to coax the last of the liquid from the glass. Yeah, so that doesn't explain the stiffness. Summer sighed. He and I grew up together. We were best friends, or at least we were until we hit puberty and I realized how gorgeous and perfect he is. Since then, things have been kinda awkward between us. Kenny's been through puberty. Who knew? Stop it. He's cute beyond belief. Don't you think he looks like Legolas? She said, shooting furtive glances at Ken. I guess so. Only gayer, if that's possible. Jenny shrugged. But whatever floats your boat. He definitely floats my boat, Summer said. Does he know that? Huh? You said you guys grew up together and then things changed when you started crushing on him. Maybe you should let him know why things changed. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not very good at. Here are your drinks, ladies. Your pizza should be right out, gushed the waitress as she sloshed their new martinis down on the table in front of them. Thank you, Esmeralda. How kind of you to finally show us some special attention. I just didn't realize it was you, Jenny, the fairy said. Disciplined nymphs always get special attention at night, Kīss. As well, they should, Jenny said smoothly, bowing her head in gracious acknowledgement to the fairy's apology. The waitress hurried away, and Jenny turned her gaze back to Summer. So you need to let Kenny know you have the hots for him. Act. Summer spotted, mid-martini sip. She swallowed, coughed, and said, Jenny, like I was saying, I'm not good at, well, the guy-girl thing. It's just so, I don't know, unpredictable. Oh, please. Kenny Benny isn't a guy. He's a fairy, and they are really predictable. They frolic, they flirt, they scamper. I happen to think there are more to Kenny than that, but as I said, I'm not good at the social interaction thing. You have issues with guys? No, just with guys I like. Okay, fine. just with guys you like. What are you going to do about it? Huh? Jenny snorted. Darling, you are definitely old enough to take the bull by the horns, figuratively and literally. Summer took another drink from her martini. You are right. I know you are right, but knowing and doing are two different things. Look, you don't seem especially tongue tied right now. Actually, you've been rather amusing. So you are definitely not conversationally impaired. Just talk to the fairy. I'm only conversationally impaired when I have to talk to someone I want to sleep with. I like you, and you're attractive and all, but I definitely don't want to sleep with you. Jenny preened. Nice of you to notice I'm attractive. Then her act brow went up. Hang on. You want to have hot, nasty sex with fairy boy? No, I'd like him to make tender, slow, amazing love to me, Summer said, blushing again. Are you sure? Jenny studied her carefully. I'm getting the need to have it uncontrolled and hot and hard vibe from you. And I'm really wrong about my vibes. Geesh, I'm sure I don't do uncontrolled. Enough already. Okay, you two are friends, right? We were. You can still play off that. Hey, aren't you living in your sister's cabin at the edge of the woods? Yeah? So invite Fairy Boy over for dinner, you know? She winked, for old time's sake. Then jump his bones. Jenny paused, rolled her eyes and added, slowly and tenderly. Summer chewed her lips. I don't know. Take it from me. When dealing with men, fairy or otherwise, it's always best to be in charge and direct. Plus, you like control and you'll definitely be in control if the date's on your turf. I'll think about it, Summer said, her eyes moving back to where Ken was perched in the middle of the group of fallen fairies at the bar. What you should think about is taking another gulp of that martini, putting on some of these nasty pink red lips, fluffing your hair, and marching yourself right over to that bar and extending the big invite to Fairy Boy. Jenny fished in her purse until she pulled out a tube of lipstick called Roaring Red and tossed it to Summer. Then she gave the giggling fairies a contemptuous glance. You are cuter than those pastel pansies. Don't let them intimidate you. Female fairies will lust after a snake if you put jeans on it and called it Bob. Everyone knows how easy they are and no one takes them seriously. I guess I could. Summer ignored her lips again. I mean, we are old friends. Exactly. She took a big drink of her martini, letting the alcohol burn through her body. Another gale of giggling erupted from the fairies, and Summer seemed to shrink in her body. I can't. I just can't. It's so, I don't know, unplanned. Girlfriend, life is unplanned. Get used to it, okay? How about this deal? If you ask Kenny Benny over for dinner, I'll take my class on the field trip to the gallery with you tomorrow and be sure the hormones and germs act right. Summer sat up straighter. You'll come with me? Jenny shrugged. I'm getting ready to start Romeo and Juliet with my freshmen, so I might as well. Plus, your students will probably behave dreadfully and need an ever so firm disciplinary hand. She finished with a gleeful smile. Promise that I'll jump squarely into your student's shit. Absolutely. Not that. Do you promise you'll come with me if I ask Ken out? Yep. Even if he says no. Don't put that negative energy out here. Of course he'll say yes. And of course, regardless of the fairy, I'll go with you tomorrow. Now greet yourself and go ask him out. Fine. Okay, I can do this. Summer gulped the last of the martini, ran her fingers through her curly blonde hair, and in two quick swipes of Jenny's lips, completed an transformation from nice new teacher into tipsy disciplined nerve trainee. Just before she stood up, Jenny motioned for her to lean across the table. Here, this will help. She deftly unbuttoned the top two buttons of Summer's blouse. That's better. I'll do a quick make your nipple hard spell. But what's with your opposite magic? I'm afraid of what would happen. Don't even think about it, Summer said. She stood up and tossed back her hair. You are beautiful and powerful and desirable. Just keep telling yourself that. Okay, okay, okay. Nodding woodenly, Summer made her way to the bar. Kenny Benny, sweetie witty, you have a globe of cheese on your lips. Want me to get that for you, baby? One of the twin fairies cooed. No, let me, said her sister, using a tip of her wing to push her sibling out of her way so she could angle her late body closer to Ken. Girls, settle. I can wipe my lip myself, Ken said, laughing. We know you can, honey bunny, said one twin. But it's so much more fun if we help you, trilled the other twin. None of them noticed Summer at all, so she drew a deep breath, closed her eyes, and told herself, when I speak, I'm going to pretend to be Jenny. She opened her eyes, lowered her voice, and said, Excuse me, I need a word with Ken. Summer almost jumped at the strong, stern tone she had somehow used. All the fairies, including the ditzy waitress, who were carrying their veggie pizza from the oven, turned to stare at her. I'm Jenny, certified disciplined nymph, beautiful, powerful, desirable. Hi, Summer. Ken grinned at her. Do you want me? Yes, I do. Summer stumbled briefly, but then she straightened her spine and lifted her chin. Could I speak with you? Privately. She didn't let herself look at the scantily clad beautiful fairies. Okie dokie, Ken said. Hang on, girls, I'll be right back. He took Summer's elbow and moved her to an unoccupied spot down the counter. What's up? Ken, I would like to, She swallowed the lump that had suddenly risen in her throat and made another attempt. What I mean is, would you want to? Thankfully, a fit of ridiculous loud coughing from Jenny interrupted Summer's babble and gave her a chance to pull herself together. Ken, would you like to come over tomorrow night to have dinner with me? She finally managed to say. Yeah, sounds cool. Are you living at your sister's cabin? My sister's cabin, yes. Great, so I'll see you around about 8? About 8, yes. Want me to bring something to drink? Something to drink, yes. Okay, see you tomorrow at 8. He smiled again and went back to his seat at the bar. Okay, yes, okay, she told the air as she moved back to their table. Here, have the rest of my martini. You look shell-shocked. Are you okay? What did he say? How did it go? Yes, he said yes, Summer said, and then gulped Jenny's martini.